What's up everyone, welcome back to a new video on the channel. Welcome to some Forza Horizon 5. It's honestly really refreshing hopping back on this game. I haven't played it now for over a week and I've decided to hop back on. There's a car that I didn't get, which is this BMW i4. It's like the most NPC car that they could have possibly added into the game. And they added it into the game. The BMW i4. It's not, again, it's like the iX, it's not even like the top of the range car. It's not even like the eDrive 50 or M50i or M60. I can't remember which one it is, to be honest with you. But there is an M50 or an M60 version of this car, which, first of all, has more power. And second of all, it looks a little bit better as well than this car. But they added the BMW i4 in the game, like I said, a very NPC car. Its rival obviously being the Tesla Model 3. To be honest with you, I'd much rather have this in the game than the Tesla Model 3. I'll tell you that now. At least it's a little bit more interesting looking than the Tesla, and it actually still looks like a car. And there's a little bit of thought about the design that went into this thing. I'm sorry, but the whole minimalistic look in cars is just... I don't like it. It's not an inviting place to be, right? Like, for people that enjoy Teslas, that are like, oh yeah, I like it because it's minimalist inside. You're just boring. You're just a boring person. That's what it is. It's like when you go into some, I don't know if you guys have ever seen like these really modern homes, right, that people create, and the inside of their house is all just black and white and grey. All their furniture is the same, everything's the same. It's all just black, white, and grey. There's no pictures up on the wall. There's no plants or anything. Everything is all just monotone and single color, and it just. Honestly, it just is just not an inviting place to be, and it just doesn't look homely at all. Like, I don't know. For me, I like the minimalistic look to a certain degree. Like the Audi TTs, right? I don't know if you guys remember the old... Actually, I'll just show you, because I think it's in this game. If I go over to the Audi TTRS, there we go, it's this one here. I really love the interior of this thing. They got rid of the center screen and the vent system and all that sort of stuff. Again, super minimalistic look inside. You just have the vents, and then in the center, it doesn't show here, but in the center of the actual vent, where the little circle is, it'll actually show you like the temperatures and stuff like that. I think that, like, this minimalistic look, I like. But again, you can see in the doors, they actually have a bit of design. I like the virtual cockpit in this car. I like the steering wheel in this car. It's very, very cool. But they just got rid of the screen, and it just looks a little bit more minimalist inside. But Teslas are there's just nothing inside. And like I said, it's the same thing with people's homes. It's just odd to have a home that's just minimalist and you don't have anything. Like, it's... Like, remember when you were growing up and you went to your grandparents' house or you went to your parents' house and, you know, everything is just made out of leather, or it's... You have maybe wallpaper if you lived in, like, middle to lower class houses and stuff like that. It was just an inviting place to be. You know, like, it just, you felt like you were home when you were there. And I honestly don't like that about new cars that go with the whole minimalistic look and design and all that sort of stuff. And a lot of new cars, especially electric cars, obviously, they just don't have buttons anymore. Like, there's no buttons at all, and you'll just have massive touch screens, and that's pretty much it. And that kind of gets rid of the whole design aspect of building cars. You just have to slap some screens in the dashboard, and that's pretty much it. And it kind of gets a little bit boring. I feel like I went on a bit of a long rant there. Yeah, anyway, I was gonna say, it's refreshing to hop back on Forza Horizon 5 because I haven't played it in a while, and I just wanted to hop back on and play with this little BMW i4. See what we can do to it, because that's what I usually do on the channel. I check out new stuff that gets added into the game. This is now no longer new, I think it's almost a week old now. But I'm pretty sure we can do stuff to it, and I want to do stuff to it. Can you still put the big boy engines in this? Can you still change it? Okay, we can wide body it pretty much the same as the BMW iX. You can turn this thing into a ridiculous looking monstrosity. Can still give it well over 1,000 horsepower if I do so. And I think what I want to do with this car... Okay, really? We can just add a little lip spoiler? Sure, let's do that. What I want to do with this car is, if we have the availability to do it, is drift it. I really want to try and slide around with this thing. I think it might be kind of funny. Try and have a car like this slide. 225s in the front. I think we're gonna go with something a little wider. At least 265s, and then 225s in the rear as well. Again, 275s in the rear. Gonna have to change those wheels. They're standard 18s. They look so tiny for 18s. They look very, very small for 18s. I think some multi-piece wheels could liven this car up a little bit and make it look a little less boring. I want something that kind of... Yes, one of the Vorsteiner wheels I think is going to be kind of funny to try and add onto this thing actually before we go into anything else. Let's go to Vorsteiner and see. Oh wait, they're actually over here, right? Yep. Let's go to some Vorsteiner wheels and see what they have available. We'll slap some of those onto this thing. Since they've added a bunch of new wheels into this game, I kind of want to just keep overusing their wheels until I get bored of using them, you know? What do we have available here? Those are kind of cool. I don't want to go with center locking. I feel like center locking is going to be a little bit boring. Maybe these like 5-spoke wheels. I think they'll be kind of funny looking, especially once we change the color of these. And we'll go some big boy wheels, some 20s. Hopefully we can lower this. Hopefully we can put the drift suspension on it as well, because I honestly... I think that's is that the first time that I put a drift diff in this thing? It makes no difference because I'm going to be locking it anyway. Drift suspension is available and we are going to put it on. Weight reduction as well. ARBs. Just playing this game right now just makes it feel like so intuitive. Like when you're changing things and you're upgrading things. Whereas when I'm playing Motorsport, it just feels a little awkward and a little off. Alright, over 1,000 horsepower on this thing. 1,600 kilos is apparently light for this car. But yeah, now it should have a bajillion amount of torque as well. I want to see what the figures are as well with this thing. How do we check that? Go back into this, I guess. 1,700 newton meters of torque. Sure, game. Whatever you say. I need to stretch out my gears because this thing, like, I don't need it to go 200 plus miles an hour, but I definitely do need it to slide, and I need this thing to start slipping at least a little bit. Right. Well, let's start changing some things here. You know, the funny thing about this car is that it's still rear-wheel drive. Like, I didn't all-wheel drive swap it. Oh, my ears, man. My ears. Oh, this is horrible to listen to. Is this louder than a lot of the other... Oh my god. Surely that's louder than a lot of the other cars. What's that? Let me take out... where's this thing? I'm blind. There we go. Let me take this out, right? Does this sound like this? I took this out for a reason, because this is like what my drift car is. No! This sounds normal. It's quiet. This is what this should sound like. That is the worst sounding car I've ever heard. Why did they give it such an ear-piercing sound? Oh my god. Did the IX sound like this as well? Surely not, right? Surely the IX didn't sound like that. No, it didn't. What have they done to this car? Surely it's not me and the drift diff that I put on it that's just overly loud. Is it? This sounds awful. Oh, this is terrible. Why have they done that? Oh, my ears are gonna be ringing after this video. Oh my god. This car will make you deaf, but it's for the wrong reasons. It's not because the car sounds good, it's because the car sounds horrible. Oh my god, the sound is like breaking inside. Can you hear the crackling? What? What is wrong with this car? What am I listening to? I'm gonna always just swap this thing, by the way, because this is way too much torque just for the rear wheels. It's not able to handle it at all. I can't even like push it along in any way. Wait, I can't all-wheel drive swap it. Okay, let's change tire compound then, because the snow tires are just a no-go. Should we just put the drift tires on it? Yeah, come on then. Why not? It's gonna be a bit different now. It's gonna have significantly more grip, but there's no way these rear tires will be able to handle the torque. 1700 newton meters of torque on this thing. On snow tires is just a no-go. I love how I didn't even change the color of this thing. It'll spin out pretty easy though still. I'm sorry. I cannot do that. Car volume. Let's turn you to 0. I'm fine with listening to the tires, but everything else. Oh, it's just quiet. It's so nice. That is beautiful. Also, I think my gear ratios are still too short. How long until this actually stops spinning? Wait, I don't even know, to be honest with you. Let's just take it out drifting on the mountain. This is a very odd car. Really, really odd. Very strange the way it sounds, obviously, and the way it drives. It still feels very heavy. Especially that backhand. You throw that backhand around and it's kind of difficult to catch. I'm losing my voice. Yeah, it's hard to catch the back end of this thing after you throw it out. You can't like full throttle it either. You have to be so careful when you're pushing it through a corner. You just have to be nice and smooth with it, and then once you're pretty much all the way out, you can plant your foot down. I'm so surprised at how badly they broke the sound of this thing. I didn't actually listen to it before I didn't pay attention. Did they change anything with the sound of this thing when it was completely stock? Was it just as loud when it was stock? I'll see it now in post, like whenever I'm editing, and you guys obviously will hear it when the video's out, but I don't remember it being that loud at the very beginning. So surely some part of this thing, maybe the engine swap, or sorry, motor swap, the electric motor swap, probably made it really loud. I don't even know what it's from, this electric motor. It's got like 1100 horsepower, right? Because I think some of them will know where they're from. I think the BMW iX has a different one, right? It gives you the one that has the one from the Rimac. I'm pretty sure I'm correct with saying that. I don't know why this one didn't get the Rimac swap, but the iX did. So two completely different like motors. I keep on wanting to call them engine swaps, but engines. I mean, on the drift tires, it's as good as you'd expect it to be. It has a lot more grip, obviously, than the snow tires, and of course, it kind of helps. It kind of helps when you have this much torque, but the thing is, though, if you want to try sliding on your handbrake, it's just not good. It slows down so much because it has significantly more grip. Like that's what the snow tires are really. Okay, that's why I really like the snow tires for. Oh yeah, you failed me. Why? Whatever. It doesn't matter. I don't care about points anyway. The snow tires, that's why I really like them, because not only are they like very slippery, so you can slide around pretty much anything you want, even lower horsepower cars, but the sideways grip, the lateral grip of the tires are very poor. So like if I'm going into this corner right here, I'd stay on the handbrake and I'd be able to slide all the way through the corner. But here, look how quickly I'm slowing down. You know? So the lateral grip of these drift tires are not great. I think what we could possibly do actually to remedy that is maybe do something like this. That should probably help a little bit at the very least. Make these a little bit easier to slide on. The front end I don't mind. I want a lot of grip for the front end, so I don't really want to change the PSI for the front ones. Go overinflated on the rear. Could be nice. I mean, it's not terrible to slide around with like this, but it's definitely not a car that I'd be taking out ever again on this game, I'll tell you that now. Yeah, I also tweeted out a little while ago saying that people are starting to say, well, they have been saying now for maybe like a couple of months, that Forza Horizon 5 is gotten boring, and you have to remember, right? Also, if you don't follow me on Twitter, go follow me on Twitter. Links to that down below. I'll love you a long time. But if you think about it, right? Forza Horizon 5 is 2 years old now. 2. It's not like it came out last year and then they finished with the content, but it came out 2 years ago. And I think they're still releasing content for it. I think there's another car pack coming out or something like that for it, or whatever. They've shown it off on Twitter. That there is something else coming out for it, but yeah, I'm excited to try and see something like that going. Or maybe I saw a car pack or whatever for Forza Motorsport. I'm not 100% sure, but they're still releasing content. They're still gonna do weekly stuff as well for it, and they'll continue to add cars into this game. So pretty sure that's what their plan is with Motorsport as well, is for them to just continuously release content over the next couple of years. But like I said, you have to think about it. This game is 2 years old. But in the past, at this point, we would be getting another Forza Horizon, you know? But now, we're not getting a new Forza Horizon, we're getting a new Motorsport, which was technically supposed to come out last year, right? Does that make sense? They used to have this cycle, right, where every 2 years they'd release a new game. So, Turn 10 would release their Motorsport, and Playground Games would release the Horizon game. And they'll have like a 2-year cycle. So now, technically, we would have a new Horizon game come out, except we're not having a new Horizon game come out. We're having a Motorsport game come out, because that hasn't released. They haven't released a Motorsport game in like 6 years. So it's a little different to what it used to be like in the past. I'm pretty sure there's like a cut or whatever in the amount of workers that they have, especially with the COVID stuff that happened. It's not the exact same as it once was on their teams, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Anyway, regardless, this was the BMW i4. Not a very interesting car, very NPC-like car, but they made it very ear-piercingly loud, and I don't know if I can forgive them for that. They owe me a new set of eardrums, but yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching today's video on Horizon. The Horizon videos are definitely slowing down a lot, if you haven't noticed, on the channel, and it's very obvious why, but yeah, I'm still gonna release the Horizon video every now and then. That's a given. But yeah, I think that's it for today's video. Again, thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you guys have a good. Can't even speak. I hope you guys have a good day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.